I burned all my summons and hit pity just to get this Iovar guy. Was he worth it? Yes. Did I have to wail extra for it? Unfortunately, yes. I don't like to admit it, but I had to. I had to. But he was worth it. This guy is really cool. He does a lot of nuking damage. His ult time is like always up constantly. Araka on the other hand, you know, she's got like a lot of debuffs. She's mainly there for debuffs, and she's a floor unit, not really a platform unit. She's got jiggle physics, so like if you're into that, she's got that going. Unfortunately, Iovar, he don't got no jiggle physics, but he has his sword, so sorry to all the jiggle physics lovers out there. I use these two together, this guy and this guy. I use this team comp, and you see the damage, and overall Sylas, my boy Wonder here, does 110 million damage. Whereas if I put the same exact gear with a different unit in the same exact spot, this is what I had before Iovar. I had Alistair. And what's great about this guy, I have him max skilled up. And he does true damage. So you would think, okay, a max skilled unit with super cracked gear and does true damage. In the same spot, in the same exact way that I run the guild boss. We'll just try it out here. Everything's gonna be exactly the same, except we have a different unit that was using that gear that I put on Iovar before, and now Sylas is missing a Lord buff. The Lord buff that will give him extra damage. I'm basically like 5k blood short. Usually, if I have my Iovar run, I would be 50k blood. Overall, damage, Celeste is still the same. She's not affected by Iovar. But the Sylas here, that's a big difference. Just from having Iovar in there giving his Lord buff, I lost 30 million damage. More than 30. It's like 32 million damage. So, with Iovar there, he is averaging 110 million damage. Without Iovar there, less than 80 million damage. And Iovar does way more damage. As you can see here, we have this old man, same exact gear, fully skilled up, has true damage, and he's only hitting 38 million damage here. Sits in the same spot. Iovar, on the other hand, has the same exact gear, sitting in the same spot, and he's doing, what, 50 something, 54, 56 million damage last I checked. 59, 60 is basically 60 million, so basically twice the amount of damage as the old man. So that puts into perspective how strong this freaking unit is, because not only is he doing bonkers damage with half the skill ups and same gear, same placements, he's giving damage to somebody else that's like literally, you know, basically a 50% damage increase. Everyone else is basically the same. So that's how bonkers this unit is. Now we just put into numbers. How OP is this unit? Well, this is the difference in damage. So now I can put that gear back. This is the same exact gear I was running on this unit for the longest time until Iovar came out. Then I was like, okay, scoot aside, old man, you're getting replaced. This guy, way OP now. Because he's such a huge carry, I put a heart on him. Whoever my favorite units are, I put a heart and they pop up at the top. Gear rate 3, you need a lot of range damage. And this is where Iovar pops off. I already completed it a long time ago without having a Nat 5 Lord. But say we didn't have Sylas. What if we did a test run and replaced Sylas with Iovar? So my other like MVP DPS would be Idril. Let's go ahead and put Sylas's gear on Idril. So for all the like F2P, you know, unit gapped people, if they happen to pull Iovar, I need to put Maul in here.
I can wait in a turn.
Because I said F2P friendly, so we gotta make this F2P friendly. F2P friendly minus the Iovar. I think this is good to go.
Bruh.
This looks really sussy. If I'm doing this right,
My aim is true.
if I can remember how I did this.
Dance with me. I am ready
to provide the forest's aid.
So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in there. Wait for everything to go. Okay, go, go, go! Oh my gosh. My unit's about to die. Where am I? Okay, so we have this. Ah, shit! Oh. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. I wish I could stretch across the map or something, but I took too long to take off Hatsu, but I think we're still gonna be fine here. Still got her up in time. See how easy this was? I took off Power of Dominance. I didn't even need a Bonded Silas. This whole team comp was F2P. Well, let me take that back. Hatsu's not F2P, but if you have Vargas, you could do the same exact thing. Just replace Hatsu with Vargas, but I don't have him built. If I had him built, I would just slap his same gear and stick him in that spot where Hatsu is and just do the same exact thing that I did here. So obviously Israel was the MVP because she was just like supported by 2 DPS and constantly fresh to go all over the map. But other than that, you can run a whole F2P comp with Iovar and everything will be solved on Gear Raid 3 Stage 21. Other than Gear Raid 3 Stage 21, I could run him in Arena, but the problem is it's AoE Arena right now. So, for science, the only other thing I can think of is to just run a whole Piercer comp with AoEs, and maybe, just maybe, he'll still pop up. We'll see how this goes. What's nice about Iovar is he still conjures up his swords just from other rangers. They don't have to be in his faction. So the fact that Hatsu exists here is great because she's given more swords to Iovar. It doesn't even have to be specific and exclusive to the Piercer faction. Okay, so we need Livian here to kind of tank. They might kind of leak through, actually. Okay, thank goodness they didn't leak through. We're actually holding up okay? Actually kind of holding up. Okay, maybe not anymore. Girly, can you smack that thing already? Okay. Okay, Nyx. Do your thing, girly. Do your thing. Oh, she stretches far. Okay, this is not bad. Okay, let's do Hatsu things. Okay, so AoE Arena with Piercer Lord, or Piercers I should say, is working. Probably can't do it in high elo because we got people literally spawning their units like at the entrance. So this one actually worked out okay. I need to generate more cost, but I can't. These AoE units are so freaking expensive. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this because the problem with running these units is they're too expensive. Too expensive. But if somehow I can get them up faster, they're kind of strong. Just not as strong as actual actual AoE units. We need to get Fishman up, if possible. Wait, I'm actually keeping up with this guy. That's kind of crazy. I'm actually kind of keeping up. Okay, let's use ulti. We need Fishman up in here. Let's clear this mob. Oh, am I dead? Oh, my hot suit died?
Must never underestimate a
Yeah, so the problem with running a whole Piercer comp is that the AoE units cost so much to deploy. But if I was to put up the single target ones, I could get them up ASAP. Problem is, they don't work well in AoE arena situations, so unfortunately, it was booty cheeks. But he's really good in Gear Raid 3 and really good in Guild Boss. I would like to test him out in Immortal Codex, and he would be really good against this like Poseidon boss right here, the Furious Torrent, but it's closed right now. Otherwise, I would go test him out there. So all that's left is just Void Rift. I don't know if we can run him with Void Rift, but we can try. Alright, so instead of Lunaria, we're gonna pop in Iovar and Hex. Gotta turn on the bolts, and we'll put Iovar in the back here. Okay, so everyone's kind of dying, which is not great. Only Hex died. But now we have ults back. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead, pop Iovar here. That's really PP damage just because these guys have like physical resistance. So we need magic damage. I mean, yeah, we need magic damage here, which unfortunately we're only getting from Hex, who died, and ignore armor from Silas. Pop them down so nobody dies. Oh my gosh, Silas died. Okay, not great. We just need to tank long enough. Well, actually, Iovar does some damage on the big spider dude. So it's not bad, not bad. So we're just gonna run a whole Piercer comp and a whole Northerner comp, and this is just gonna be our permanent team moving forward because I believe in Iovar to be that good. Okay, well, unfortunate that... Can I put Silas here? Is that okay? No. Let me try this again. Okay, I got it now. I got it now. I got it. It may take a while, but I got it. Alright, so now we know Iovar is great in Void Rift, he's great on the Guild Boss, he's great in Gear Raid 3. I wish I could say he's good in Arena, but I feel like he would only be good in the anti-air DPS right now. In AoE, he's not so great. He's booty there. That's probably... Yeah, as much limit testing as I could do, he's really booty in AoE Arena. But once it cycles into anti-air, I think I can pop him in there, and everything is gonna be fine and dandy. So, with the last 45 minutes left until reset, if you guys play War, and you don't have Iovar yet, I think he's a super great unit. He is definitely not a disappointment whatsoever. The only disappointment I have is that he doesn't have his own CGI cutscene. I don't know why all these, like, different lords in the game have CGI cutscenes, like especially for ancient exclusive lords. I have this guy, and when you pull this guy, they play a whole freaking CGI cutscene, and then it feels super hype when you're summoning and you're like, holy crap, it's a cutscene, what's going on, who am I getting? And then you see this pop up, and then you're like even more hype and pumped for the unit you're about to get. And Iovar, I think, is on the same level of hype, if not better. And the fact that they didn't give him a cutscene, I'm just like, come on, man, this guy. Imagine this guy. If he had a cutscene, it would be so freaking dope. I would love for this guy to have a cutscene, so that when you summon him and you see his cutscene play, and you're like, holy crap, WTF. This guy has a CGI cutscene, okay? Where is he? This guy. Before I show you the ratings, he gets a CGI cutscene, and it doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, you see this cutscene and you're like, whoa, this looks crazy. Who is this? Why is this looking so epic? Whoa, what's going on over here? Some soul stealing sacrifices or whatever. And then you see this guy and you're like, huh, this guy looks a little scary. What's going on? Who is that? And then you end that cutscene, you're like, wow, did I just pull a really cool OP unit? And then you see the reviews, and it's like, bleh,